A lot of people saying how, whoa, November, this is a November game, so like what about Metroid Prime 4? And if I'm being honest with you, the state of Metroid Prime 4 is so weird because apparently it's at Gamescom, so there's obviously going to be gameplay demos there, and it's August, August 19th. So while it's not crazy to think about like Metroid Prime 4 also releasing within the same realm of Kirby Air Riders or Pokemon Legends ZA. We also don't even have a release date for Hyrule Warriors, but I think that's like, they said winter. So I'm assuming December, January or something like that. I have no idea what that, but Metroid Prime 4, like where is that at? I mean, if I'm being honest, they could probably just put up like a whole new direct just like Kirby Air Riders within like next week and just say, hey, Metroid Prime 4, and this is what you can experience, or this is what's going on, etc. And then you get the release day drop. Or maybe there's just a general direct next month, and they finally just announce it there. Although I feel like it's going to be kind of weird them having like a whole direct. Let's say hypothetically they just have a whole direct next month and then they say, oh yeah, Metroid Prime 4 is still in 2025. But depending on when that would release, it's like, well, that is so quick, so now people probably have to get prepared for Metroid Prime 4. So it'd be probably like, what if it was an October release, or maybe what if it's an early November release, because October 16 for Pokemon Legends, and then you have Kirby Air Riders November 20th. So it could work, it could definitely work. I'm not saying Nintendo has to do like one game per month, but I don't think they would do that. I feel like they could easily do it like an early November, late October kind of thing, or even like early December, but I have no idea. But I definitely feel like they need to get this release date out sooner rather than later, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like they have to do that. I don't know, just my thoughts. I have a picture up here somewhere where, yeah, it was this. So you have somebody put this, shout out Reddit, because I saw this picture on Reddit. So obviously you have, this is the 2025 slate, and so when you look over on Switch 2, you have Mario Kart World, you have, well, we don't count the welcome tour there. Donkey Kong Bonanza, which is absolutely amazing. And then Drag Drive, which apparently was okay. I don't know. Kirby Air Riders, November 20th. And then you obviously have October 16th for Pokemon Legends ZA. So what's going on there? Like, when is it gonna get released? I have no idea. But same with Hyrule Warriors. I think that could be an early 26 release, and then who knows? There's also like rumors circulating about a potential 40th Super Mario anniversary kind of pack or something. I don't think I don't really see why they would do that at the moment, but I could definitely actually scratch that. I can see why they're doing it, but I feel like similar to 2020, they would have to do some sort of surprise release to it. Yeah, I mean, when you look at the Nintendo Switch 2 editions, I'm honestly not even really counting like the games that have been released in the past. Like, for example, the Kirby Forgotten Land, the Super Mario Party, I don't really count those. It's the Legend ZA and the Prime Beyond that is new. So when you look at this, right, you're looking at Nintendo's slate of games for the rest of 2025, and you're looking at it, it's not terrible. It's also not great. Like, if I'm being honest, like when you're looking at this slate of games right here, and you're basically really like only looking at this specifically for Switch 2. I'm not talking about like anything else. I'm talking about specifically for Switch 2 that have not been released yet. You really only have Pokemon Legends ZA, Kirby Air Riders, and Metroid Prime 4 to think about this upcoming winter/fall. And well, I mean, it's an okay slate. Could be better, I mean, I'm not saying, if it comes down to like system sellers, probably the Pokemon game, and probably Metroid Prime, and probably the Kirby Air Riders, because I definitely saw a lot of people say, oh man, Kirby Air Riders, man, I might have to get a Switch 2 for that. People are probably looking at Kirby Air Riders to help them sell the system, or maybe Donkey Kong Bonanza if people haven't already like looked into it, or even the huge Pokemon fans, waiting for Legends ZA, Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at this slate and it's okay, but it's not anything crazy. I feel like at some point, they just got to do something where here's what I think could happen, right? In 2026, right? Let's say, for example, they will most likely have another September or just a fall direct in general, just talking about the rest of this year and early next year. And then in early 2026, we'll probably get another like February, March direct. And then we will also have the Pokemon Presents, because if anybody doesn't know already, Pokemon is in its 40th anniversary next year. So Generation 10 is going to be revealed. And if Pokemon Company doesn't think that way, they might be stupid. They might be stupid. We all know that Generation 10 is most likely 95% coming out next year on to Switch 2. We just gotta hope it delivers, you know, because Pokemon Legends ZA is coming out this upcoming October, and they just gotta go ahead and do something about it. Is it the 40th anniversary or is it the 30th? It's a 30th. Jesus fuck. 30th anniversary. All right, 30th anniversary, not 40. I was switching up with Mario. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking at this release window, and it's honestly nothing too crazy, but it's definitely like specific like people, because obviously when you think about a system seller, like think about the Switch 1, right? They had Super Mario Odyssey October 2017 or something like that. That's a system seller to me. You know, that's a definite system seller. Let's just see what happens. You know, I feel like a lot of people are on Nintendo shit. For some, makes sense. For some, not really, doesn't make sense. But, you know, who knows? We'll see.